the shaped charge warhead would strike with maximum effectiveness, its copper liner designed to focus explosive energy into a stream of molten metal capable of penetrating the hardest armor steel that German foundries could produce. Santos whispered the range, estimates that would help Henderson time his shot. 50 meters, 45, steady now. The ritual of these preparations carried significance beyond mere tactical necessity. These two young Americans, neither of whom had seen a German tank 6 months earlier, were about to demonstrate that industrial democracy could produce weapons sophisticated enough to challenge the Wehrmacht's finest equipment, while remaining simple enough for citizen soldiers to operate under combat conditions. The moment of firing arrived with the sudden clarity that combat veterans recognize. The instant when all variables align and action becomes inevitable. Henderson squeezed the trigger, feeling the familiar kick as the rocket motor ignited and propelled its deadly cargo toward the approaching German tank. The backblast created a cloud of dust and smoke that temporarily obscured his vision, but not before he saw the rocket streak across the intervening space, with a velocity that German tank designers had never considered in their armor calculations. The M6A1 rocket struck Dietrich's Panzer IV just below the main gun mantlet, exactly where American ordnance engineers had calculated that German armor would be thinnest relative to the angle of impact. The shaped charge warhead functioned perfectly, its copper cone collapsing under explosive pressure to create a jet of molten metal that punched through 2 inches of hardened steel as though it were paper. The penetration created a hole roughly 2 inches in diameter, small by artillery standards, but large enough to introduce the interior of the tank to the devastating effects of spalling, overpressure, and superheated metal fragments. Inside the Panzer IV, Obergefreiter Dietrich experienced the first moments of a revelation that would transform German understanding of American military capability. The penetration of his tank's armor created not merely physical damage, but psychological trauma that extended far beyond the immediate tactical situation. Everything he had believed about German technological superiority, American military incompetence, and the protective capabilities of Wehrmacht equipment had been shattered in the space of seconds. The sound of the shaped charge detonating against armor plate, a sharp, metallic crack followed by the hiss of molten metal, became a signature of American innovation that German forces would learn to fear throughout the remainder of the war. But in that first moment, as Dietrich struggled to comprehend what had happened to his supposedly impenetrable tank, the sound represented something more